back with another episode on Nelson's C1500. I believe this is number 11. We're getting pretty close with this thing. Today we're going to focus on figuring out where we're going to cut the bed floor. Nelson decided that he wanted a flat bed floor so he could still use the truck, no holes, no notch cover, nothing like that. Just raise the whole bed floor up above the frame and chassis. I just done some rough measurements on it. Yeah, there's a cross member under the bed floor that's 3 inches tall. If I cut it off, I can get away with only raising the bed floor 4 inches, and that will put it right above the top of the notch, and that would work out pretty good. What I'm probably going to do though is I'm probably going to go about 7 inches with it. That way, if he ever decides he wants to body drop this truck, 3 inches will make this truck like really hard on a body drop. So I'm probably going to raise it 7, and then if he ever wants to body drop the truck, he can shorten the stands that the bed are going to be on, and he can cut that cross member off above the notch, and everything else should clear. That'll be able to bring the bed down 3 inches really easy, where you don't have to cut this whole bed floor loose and do it again. But I'm going to spend a little while, I'm going to do some measuring on it, see if I can lay out some lines, figure out where I want it. I'm not going to film all that because it's really boring, and I got to do a lot of thinking because I want it to work out right. If you screw up some of these cuts and stuff don't line up, you got big gaps or you got overlaps, and I don't want that. So we're gonna get started on this thing. Got a late start on today, but see what we can get done. All right, so I got all the leaves and dirt and junk swept out best I could. Got everything except there's a little bit right in the corner that's kind of wet and can't really get it out, but I ain't too worried about that. I come up with a kind of a game plan. I'm gonna get in here and do some grinding for an hour or so, probably. And once I get some nice shiny metal, because as you can tell, this is kind of rough. Once I get some shiny metal where I can put some marks down, I'll kind of explain more about how I'm gonna cut it, why I decided to do what I'm gonna do, and maybe to give you an idea on yours. So what I ended up deciding was I'm going to take 8 inches out. Nice even number. What that also allows is the wheel tubs will be right up under the bed lip. On both sides there's a center stake pocket hole because this is a long bed. It has 6 stake pocket holes instead of 4. I'm going to cut that back, and the wheel tub should go right up to the bottom of it. What I'm going to have to do is add a filler piece to the back side of the wheel tub because the bedside comes up flat where I'm going to take it out, and then it dips in and goes up. So I'm going to have to add a little filler piece there to make the wheel tubs complete, which is no problem. But I've got it marked all the way down the driver's side. If you can flip around here and do the passenger side, I'm not going to show you that again because you just watched me do it. Once we get those marked and the front wall marked, I'm I'm going to stand the bed up on the end, cut the fender wells loose under the bottom. The bed braces got to come loose because they're bolted to the bed floor and the bed sides. I got to take those loose. I'm going to have to extend those once I get the bed body dropped. But my biggest thing is right now I want to get all my measurements even. I usually like to use a long level, but the one I got is too long, didn't work, so I'm just having to make measurements and link them together, and it is what it is. So. Alright, so what we're going to do, I've got to cut this out eventually, but I'm going to leave it there for the time being so the bed sides don't flop and go everywhere. But I have to take these loose. So I'm going to go ahead and unbolt these, lay it back down, start cutting. And then once we get everything cut and welded back together, I'll come back in and take this fender well out because the tire is going to hit it. But the inside part of this fender is going to go up with the bed floor, and this is going to stay where it's at. So. Alright, so me and KK went and got some supper. Came back, now we all full miserable. We'll finish cutting this bed, get ready to raise it up. We'll drop it down, or which way to go?
We're gonna raise it up. Technically raise the bed up, but you're gonna
we're gonna raise the floor up and the bed sides are gonna go down. First time I've ever done one like this. Usually I just cut it all out and build a whole sheet metal bed floor. But trying to keep all the factory stuff, you're gonna see how it goes. I already measured a couple spots. It's like 8. Kind of worried there's gonna be some hella gaps, but we'll figure it out in a minute. Get your air squeaking.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the center of the bed floor, this thing's so long that it sagged pretty bad. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a huge sag in the center. So what I've come up with here is me and KK just carried in a piece of 2x4 quarter wall tubing. I'm gonna tack it at the front. We're gonna jack the center of it up until it touches, tack it, and just keep doing that all the way down. That way we can get the bed floor straight. It'll be flat because I know that tubing's straight. If I had about 4 more sets of jack stands, that would be great, but all the rest of the jack stands I have aren't tall enough to reach the bed floor, so this is what we come up with. Let's see if it works. Alright, so we've had enough for Saturday night. We got it squared up. We got our gap set here. That one's actually a little wide. I got 2 washers in there. I'm going to take the small one out. We got it sitting level. Everything's level on jack stands. We got this piece of 2x4 tack welded to the bed floor to make sure that the bed floor is not sagging in the middle. Her idea. Genius. We got the sheet metal clamps on the front wall. Got a couple, like right there's a kind of a wide gap, but we're gonna get it welded up. We still got to go around with the clamps everywhere else, and the wheel tubs are gonna weld straight to the top of the bed rail. We got that pulled in with a ratchet strap to make sure it's the right width. Where are you going?
Heater.
To the heater, she said. We're getting there. We got a lot done for one day. So I just told KK, I was thinking we might sheet metal this bed, come off of here and go straight down all the way around and the front wall. What that'll do is cover up all the welds, make it nice and slick. And it don't look bad if you do it right. I don't know, we'll talk to Nelson about that. But for this Saturday night, we are done. I'm tired. Finna go inside and take me a shower and go to bed. All right, so 9 million tacks later, we're about 1/10 of the way done tack welding this thing.
What are you done tacking over this?
Come in and like weld in some 1/4-inch plate right here in the corners.
What are you doing for a minute
Maybe. That front wall is gonna be really fun. There's a couple spots like right there. It's got a little bit kind of a large gap, but I'm gonna weld it up. And we was debating on sheet metal in it, or I don't know, probably just gonna spray paint it 2 different colors of blue and try to make it blend in. And
make a little patina.
yeah, patina. But I got to go in and add metal here to the backs.
Normal people call that rust.
Yeah, to the backs of that on all 4 sides. And I'm gonna weld a brace under here from bedside to bedside to keep that bedside from trying to pull in whenever you let the tailgate down. So we're getting there. Come on back, part 2. We'll finish it up, build some bed stands, and get it on the truck. Finally, yeah. Hey, you know this truck's been here for like almost a year.
It ain't been that long.
It has. They dropped it off like March of last year. It's January.
That's only 10 months.
That's 10 months. Which of course, I didn't start on it for like I don't know what, 3 months, 4 months after it got here.
It was here for a while.
We didn't start on it until July. So Yeah, so we work on it when I don't have quick jobs to do. Some people ask me that and be like, why don't you finish that truck? And be like, because these quick jobs come in and out. And Nelson told me that he wasn't in a hurry.
That's
So,
the worst thing you can tell
yeah,
somebody.
I'm working on it, but
In a hurry.
we're gonna get it there soon. Yeah, Dawson has a frame. Dawson has a frame right here that's covered up. Can't even see it anymore.
After stuff's off of his.
That's coming.
Laser.
That build is coming after this one, and hopefully that's about next month because we're about to wrap this dude up. I can finish his bed, build bed stands for it. I got to prime the wheel tubs under the hood, clean up a little bit of wiring on there, change some spark plugs because it's got a skip because I had one injector that wasn't firing. Justin Newton came over and fixed that for me, and I think we fouled out a plug while we was cranking it with it like that. So I'm gonna put a set of spark plugs in it. What else? That's about it, ain't it? I think so. I think that is it.
Low rider graphics on the roof.
Nah, I'm gonna let him do that. He can paint it how he wants to.
No balls.
I wouldn't paint it.
Just the roof.
I really like this truck. I really like the fact the bed doesn't look like it's been changed. As if it was a sheet metal bed, it wouldn't look anywhere fit the truck, but that bed matches really good. All right, see y'all on the next one.